Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Adobe Live. I'm your host, Chris Blackstock, and thank you for joining us on Adobe Live. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our new Adobe Live channel on YouTube to stay up to date on the latest streams, participate in the Adobe Live community, and so much more. Also, you can start your day with Adobe Live Creative Challenges, and it's hosted every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10:30 Pacific. Tune in, challenge yourself. There's a new prompt each day. Also this week, we're having a special 3D boot camp right before this stream. Join the boot camp and follow along with the 3D workflows. It's really cool. It's all kind of brand new tools that are making 3D a little more accessible for a lot of people. That being said, hello chat. Hi everybody joining us. It's all great to always see you. I mean, this show's nothing without the chat and everybody participating. Hi Umacorn, Oliver, D. Hello, everybody. The moderators. I'm not sure who's moderating today. I can check. Who is it? Oh, hey, what's up, Steve? Clever. Hi. Well, today our special guest is Odari Yohanes, illustrator, designer, Star Wars fan.
Right on.
What's up, Odari? How are you doing?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, just doing great. You're coming from Detroit, right?
Yeah. Detroit, borderline Detroit, actually Ecorse, Michigan, but pretty much Detroit.
Awesome. Well, if you could just let us know just a little bit about yourself, what you do, show us some of your work, and then if you could just tell us what we're doing today.
All right. As you know, I am Odari Yohanes, aka the Odari Lorian. Art is the way. You guys know me. We're gonna do some character design as I do. No Star Wars today, you guys are familiar with my work every Friday and Saturday. I'll show you some things that I do. This is for all you Star Wars fans. This is the Adobelive, and basically I made a project with all the streamers, pretty much like Wade. You got Voodoo Val here, Sarah Mates, and you got Jack Watson right there, hovering donuts.
That's awesome.
Katarina. Yeah, I made everybody Star Wars characters and I put them in the posters. There's Delta Tango Mac right there in the back.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as you can see. That's Wade, his cats. Pretty awesome. Wade Solo, I call him.
Yes.
But yeah, it's ridiculous. And this was for Voodoo Val's birthday. I call her Empress Valpatine. So she got a kick out of that one. And
awesome.
More stuff. I do poster design also. I'm an 80s kid, so I'm familiar with all the Star Wars posters, the Indiana Jones posters, things like that. And you got the bad guy on the top, and you got the heroes running from something at the bottom or something like that. That's the kind of posters I like to do, stuff like this. So this is my character, Jace Jupiter.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love these kind of like the compilation posters, just the whole gang.
Right. Yeah, and I actually use Fresco, Illustrator, and Photoshop for this project.
Oh, very cool.
Oh yeah, it's work. But I enjoy it. Let me share Claudia real fast. This was one of my favorite projects right here.
Nice.
I'm a fan of hair. I'm a fan of hair.
Yeah, hair looks great. Not easy.
No, it really isn't. I did all this in Fresco, and I did a Wonder Woman of her, because she's wonderful. Claudia's great.
Yeah, she was just on the stream ahead of us doing some of the 3D boot camp.
Yeah, I jumped in for a second, said hello.
Yeah.
But most of my stuff that I do is it's mostly vector. Martin Luther King, I did that a couple years back.
Nice.
And sometimes I dabble with the other brushes, but most of it is vector. This isn't vector. This is pixel brushes.
Little Pele tribute.
Yeah. Wow, the response with the Pele design. Goodness, people were on me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And today, I'm going to draw Cupid, a punk rock Cupid. So
yes, for Valentine's Day, which I forgot to say. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh yeah, happy Love Day.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
So we're gonna do the whole thing in Fresco, right?
Yes, sir. Let's
Okay.
go. But we're gonna start
Pick-
off with the pencil brush before we get into vector. So
All right, do some sketching.
yeah, I did some references, some sketches of my own before I started, so I know what the guy is gonna look like on paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the pose down and everything, what I want to do, and how I usually do it is I start with line and shape, just to
Okay.
get the character down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, Steve Casaboom says RB says hi. He has to work.
yeah, I thought the RB earlier. Big
Okay.
ups to RB. I need glasses. Ooh. Trying to draw and I can't see. There we go.
It's an important part of the drawing process.
Right. So it's kind of a light sketch sometimes when I draw. Circles are my kryptonite, but usually start off with the head, how I draw.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Marvel kid when I grew up, and I had all the Marvel's how to draw books, and this is how they taught me how to draw. And draw like
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so,
I just re-picked up the How to Draw Like Marvel. I think it's from the early 90s. I think they released that one.
oh yeah, oh I got one of those.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of always going back, and that, I feel like with comics and the way Marvel kind of breaks down the anatomy, it's a
It's
good,
awesome.
yeah, it's a good way to learn, because it's kind of all the, it's like, this is how it would be if it was perfect. So
Yeah,
it's like, okay, so I'll learn the perfect physique, and then I can distort it from there.
right. Yeah, I had the Marvel tryout books, everything. I wanted to be a comic book artist, and when I
Yeah.
grew up, I was just like, oh, those panels, I got to draw all that stuff.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah, that's when I picked up on the poster design or like cover design. I was like, I really do that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because
All
you
right,
still,
Sam.
yeah.
So I was gonna say, Sam corrected me. How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, published in 1978. So it wasn't the 90s. It was a little bit earlier.
Oh, I thought so. I have that book, and I probably bought it around that time. Yep.
So yeah, you're like, okay, maybe just kind of these one-off illustrations, or more like posters, covers is kind of maybe your thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm an '80s kid, so I grew up, and you get a lot of the posters when you go to the movies. They're all lined up. It just looks awesome. Like the Star Wars posters, especially
Mm-hmm.
from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi. All of three of those posters was just awesome to me. Star Trek. I'm a Star Trek kid as well.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell anybody. Um,
Hey, they're all good. They can all live together in the same place. It's okay.
oh yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much how I roll. A lot of anime. I learned how to draw characters using Masters of the Universe character action figures.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, with the muscles and everything, because
Oh yeah, I mean, those are kind of your first, 3D models that you could kind of look at, or those are your figure drawing classes right there.
yeah, exactly. So um, all the other characters I had they were kind of stiff, so you couldn't really draw those guys. But
Uh-huh.
He-Man was very muscular. Even the female characters, they had shape to them, other than
Yeah, I don't,
stiff thing.
everybody worked out in the Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty much how I use my references. A lot of cartoon watching, tons of it. Um, I was the kid that got to stay in the house and watch cartoon. My mom was cool like that.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I also did a lot of cartoon watching. I still do, but
yeah.
not as much as I used to, but I was telling you earlier, I've got two kids, so
Oh yeah.
that's hard not to watch cartoons all day.
I think I watched more cartoons than my kid, so this is kind of weird in our house. But yeah, it's cartoons. In a way, inspire me to draw different things. Um,
Right.
especially if you're in a stump. I'll turn on This cartoon I used to watch called Robotech. I turn that on and I get inspired instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes you need that kick.
Yeah, and it's, as far as just watching beautiful drawings, they're moving, they're at all these different angles. You really
Mhm.
kind of, it's a master class in how to
Right.
compose. So yeah, I mean, they are very inspiring. There's so much material out there now. There's so much on
Oh,
streaming, and it's kind of hard not to find something that you love.
right. It really is now. This stuff's everywhere. I mean, if I had that stuff back in the day, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hi, Annika. Hey, Sam. Thanks for moderating today. Uriel, hello. D78s, hello, hello. Robert Winterberg, always good to see you on here.
My favorite people.
All right, so we are on Adobe Fresco, and we are here with Odari Yohanes, and we are doing a punk rock cupid for this lovely Valentine's Day. And we are starting with the raster sketch, just pushing some pixels around here. Definitely got the your traditional pencil sketch
Oh
before,
yeah.
as we were saying earlier, before you kind of go in and do the inking process, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so this is kind of just got on an extra layer, just doing some pencils, keeping it kind of light, so you can kind of find your way around and kind of, you're almost sculpting, really. It's how it
Yeah.
almost feels, right? You're kind of
Yep.
sculpting the figure out.
And I kind of wanted to get something easy because I'll be at this all day, and I'm like, oh, the stream's over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
It's really just, it's about having fun. Hopefully teach somebody who's watching something new or something they haven't seen, and but mostly it's to have fun on here, and hopefully get something finished.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It feels like there's a lot of time, and then it just flies right by. So
Yeah. Totally disappears. My Friday streams are an hour, and I don't know how to do it sometimes. And then I'll be like,
yeah,
well, we'll do this tomorrow.
exactly. Adari, you're using the pencil brush right now,
Yes,
correct?
sir. Pencil
Okay.
brush, just to give me that
And it's,
feel of drawing traditionally.
and it's just the standard pencil brush that comes with Fresco. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I draw in blue because DTM, you guys know him, Dan the Man. He taught me to draw with a blue pencil because I used to draw really hard with the number 2 pencil,
Uh-huh.
and he would tell me you're drawing too hard. When you erase it, it's still gonna be there. Okay, he said start with a blue pencil. The blue
Yeah.
pencil, you draw lightly, and then you go over it with ink or regular pencil. It seems to
Mm-hmm.
work for me. So I'm stuck in the mode even when I'm drawing digitally. So
Yeah, I mean, I work the same way, and a lot of it comes from when they used to do 2D animation traditionally all the time.
mhm,
What they would use is a non-photo blue,
yeah,
and what it was is when they went to Xerox the drawings, that blue actually wouldn't be seen by the Xerox machine.
oh yeah,
And so that kind of started that blue, and because I do the same thing, and I would use those non-photo blue pencils to draw, or colored pencils, and then it'd be really easy to go on top with black because it would show up, it would dominate the layer underneath. And so
mhm,
it is a good technique. Another way you could do it if you just want to stay with black is you just reduce the opacity to kind of still give you,
mhm,
you don't want it to be too dark. It almost makes it hard to see sometimes, see some of the shapes that you're trying to get.
mhm. Yeah. Um, I tried that once, and I still couldn't get away from the blue. I don't know why. It's
Yeah.
just stuck in me like that. This is interesting. Don't go too much on it. Yeah, the first guy I drew, he wasn't good for stream, so I drew another guy. He had a cigar hanging out his mouth. He was too
Yeah.
bad. He was way too
he
bad.
was, he was too bad.
Yeah. So
Got
anybody
some tattoos there.
yeah. Oh yeah. Tribal. Like me, I got tribal all over me. Yeah, my wife was my canvas when I learned how to tattoo. She's
It's
got
very
stuff.
trusting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely that person for a few friends.
Oh yeah.
Just yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
Thankfully the tattoos came out pretty good. So
that's cool. Yeah, that's always a plus.
yeah, you never know. You're taking a chance.
Yep, I got some DTM originals on me. So yeah.
There you go.
All these
Chat's
lights.
loving the sketch. Are we ooh, is this nice little belt details?
Yeah. It's a punk rock kid. You know what? Would look better. Let's go.
Were you big into punk growing up?
Yeah, we still Dead Kennedys in the morning, things like
Oh yeah.
that. My wife's she's an '80s kid. I play just about everything. Duran Duran to Metallica to uh, Marvin Gaye. It goes on.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's music guy. I'm a fan of Failure. Actually, nobody knows their bands.
It's important.
Yeah,
Failure is a key to success.
yeah, pretty much.
You cannot be afraid to fail.
I tell my kids that all the time, and they're doing all right though.
Yeah, well, it's a good lesson to learn early on because it's going to happen often.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you don't want to get too down on yourself, and I think that always the biggest thing, right, is to make sure you learn something from it.
Mm-hmm. Learn from your mistakes. All right, I think I'm just about ready to get down with the vector brush.
All right.
Pretty much know where I want to be right now.
So is there going to be anything else with the card? Is there going to be, are we going to do any kind of typography, or is there any text? Or
That's what I was thinking of as I was sketching this guy yesterday. What is he gonna say?
Yeah.
I might just put punk love in the back.
keep it simple.
Yeah, it seems appropriate,
Yeah, I like that.
I'm liking this guy, so yeah, we're gonna go vector. I use two brushes when I use vector.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes I dabble with the jitter. I like the round brush, and I like there's this other guy, the taper brush. This guy, because it gives me those points that I like.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the tapered line.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what are we working with here? Yep, that's.
Oh yeah, yeah, nice line weight. Yeah.
When I first started Fresco, I was frustrated because I couldn't get it to do what I wanted. Why is it not doing what I want?
Yeah, it's the iPad in general sometimes can be frustrating for me, just because it is different. It's not a full desktop setup, so there's little tiny mistakes can happen, or especially with like certain touch settings. But I mean, Fresco is an amazing software.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't get away from it. I mean,
the more I see from it and the more I play with it, it's pretty powerful and intuitive, and yeah, you can do a lot for just a little.
Mm-hmm. And I can. I'm used to using Illustrator and Photoshop, but it's like Fresco's my go-to now. I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the things you can do with the Fresco. Like, wow. And my kid, he jumped right on it. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it really is like it's very intuitive. Like, it doesn't take long to kind of start to figure out just how things work. I mean, obviously, it's easy to learn, but hard to master.
Mm-hmm. And I'm learning something every day with this. I mean, there's things I didn't know about, and my kids are experimenting. He's like, "Oh, Dad, look!" I'm like, "How'd you do that?"
Yeah, you're like, how did I not know that? Oh yeah, I feel like that happens all the time with Photoshop. And be like, I learn something new every day on that
Hmm.
program. I'm like, how did I not know this before?
Yeah. Says you always learn something, no matter how old you are.
Yes, it's true.
Like I'm a screen printer. I've been screen printing for showing my age over 30 years, and
Wow.
I'm still learning. To
Yeah.
this day.
Oh, screen printing is definitely its own beast. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to screen print a lot when I was younger. Um,
Sweet.
used to make a lot of shirts and stuff and do all the acetate layers and the burning, the UV screen
Oh
burns and stuff. And
yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was fun. I definitely would be frustrating. You're like, I swear I registered this properly. You got to print and it
Yeah.
is not registered right. And you're like, if I was looking for that look, that'd be great. But
Well, you did get that. Got a whole new system now. You don't have to do it by hand anymore.
yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah. Like a matter of seconds, 3, 2, 1, and you're ready to go. You got a 12 color
It's,
setup.
it's so cool.
Yeah, man. It's fun. I mean, it's still kind of an artsy job. So I didn't get out
Oh
of my
yeah,
element.
yeah, screen printing's yeah. Yeah, in art school I used to do lithography, and it was crazy because it's like this really old school method, and you're taking this, however many million years old limestone,
Uh huh.
and you're basically doing, wax drying on it, and then you're etching it with acid and then rolling it out with, it's like this whole process, and then just to get this maybe a couple prints out of it and then you
Right.
grind it down and do it again, and it's definitely get like a whole new appreciation for all these old print processes and how people used to make things, and kind
Mhm.
of the love that went into every piece.
That sounds like fun, actually.
It was pretty cool. It's definitely one of those things where it only exists in so many places. I think there's only so
Hmm.
many people who have access to those kinds of tools, because the press you use is like, gosh, I want to say it's a hand rolled press, but it produces like a few thousand pounds of pressure, and so
Hmm.
you can crack the block too if there's any kind of impurities on top, and so it's really a really interesting process.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam says life would be boring without learning and growth. I agree.
Right.
It gives motivation for every day. I mean, it does. I feel like change and learning and growing is kind of what makes life exciting.
Yeah. I agree.
Painful sometimes, but
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. There's nothing more that I wanted to do than just draw. That's it.
Yeah.
Uh, I couldn't think of anything else I wanted to do. Like my mom, my grandparents, everybody, they would get me paper. It's just that's all I wanted. I didn't want anything else. My dad would come home from work with typing paper. He'd bring
Uh-huh.
takes a 500, and I'm zipping through it. I'll be done in 2 weeks with it. Dad, I need more paper. you know.
Yeah. I know. I mean, that's the best part, right? It's like you're just there with your tools and your imagination, and can kind of go anywhere you want.
Oh yeah. And creating my own characters was my thing.
Yeah.
Like I do my version of GI Joe, my version of Transformers, or
Hmm.
things like that. Um, it was cool drawing Spider Man and things like that. But when you start thinking, wait a minute, I can do this on my own. I can make my own stuff.
Hmm.
So like this guy right here, that's just how it goes. I start creating my own characters, and I think it's more fun imagining what your character would look like versus drawing the same old guys. I think that's another reason why I didn't get into comics.
Right.
If be stuck drawing that same guy all the time, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I just finished a pretty beefy graphic novel It took me years. It
Ooh.
was something that I wasn't planning on doing for a long time, and it kind of just ended up happening. And the hardest part of it was, keeping the continuity of a character,
Yeah.
and not realizing how difficult it is to, kind of draw that character in every single situation you could possibly imagine, and have them every time you see them look exactly like that character.
Oh man.
And especially more realistic leaning, so you can't mess up the nose too much or anything. You can tell right away, like, wait, did he break his nose and now it's fixed?
Right. Yeah, that is hard to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a very humbling experience, and just kind of realizing what masters some of these comic artists are.
Yeah. Like Jim Lee, he's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's a monster. I love it. Let's see. Not taking much time to do this guy. It's looking good so far.
Yeah, let's see. Got about an hour left, so
Okay.
got some time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think you're doing all right.
That's awesome. So my Friday streams, I'm always just rushing through it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I keep saying I'm gonna make the streams longer, but I never have time because the grandkids come right afterwards, and I'm like, oh, I can't stream. Yeah, they'll be all
You've been training for this.
right. Yeah, but looking forward to doing more things in the future, stream wise, other than just fresco work all the time. I like to show what I can do, if you know.
Yeah. So after this, the inking process, or basically laying down the vector lines, are we going to go in and do color underneath those? Is
Yes.
that kind of the plan? Okay.
Yeah. I usually the outline is on top, and underneath the outline is where I apply the colors.
Right.
And then I use some techniques I learned myself, and also again, DTM showed me some things with coloring, and try to share that with you guys today.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm in the basement and it's hot. I don't know why. I think it's all these lights in there.
That's good though, right? You said it was colder.
Yeah, it's cold. It really is.
You got to pick, all right? Like, I just want it to be the perfect temperature. Come on.
Yeah. Actually,
is it an insulated basement? I mean, is it fully fully decked out walls, or is it kind of half?
It's not insulated. But it's not too shabby down here.
It looks pretty cool behind you.
Oh yeah. That's my museum of toys back there.
Yeah, love that.
There's some you can't even see off to the corner.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's another fun thing I like to do stream. I show off my toys. Toys, stickers.
Do you ever keep it in the box, or do you take them? Is that ever like, oh, I got to keep this one collectible?
No. I want to play with my toys. I take them out.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I've never, it's like, why would I get this if I don't take it out and look at it?
Right. I think the only reason I have some in the box is I have no way to put them. So
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Easier storage.
Yeah. Or if they're like a rare thing, I'm picking up a Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi, that scene when she's with Jabba. She's hard to find, and I found her. She's very pricey. She's gonna stay in the box. So
you stay in the box.
Yeah. Yeah. So things like that. I mean, I have the Evil Knievel toy from back in the day. Probably the best toy ever made in my book. You put him on the motorcycle, you wind him up, and you let him loose, and he's everywhere. So I kept him in
Yeah.
the box. Too.
Yeah, it's fine. Is it like a pullback or it's like a wind up, so you kind
It's
of
a
twist
wind up.
the yeah.
Yeah, and you can make him do all kind of stunts while he's on the bike. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Here we go. Let's see where I want to tackle now. So usually I add more layers because I don't want to draw into something already there.
Right.
It's a lot of cut and paste and erasing.
Yes.
Uh-oh. You don't want to use that.
Yeah, usually if I have, an area where there's going to be a lot of, it's easier to kind of draw through with the shapes. So like with your arrow there, it's like, yeah, I would create the arrow on a different layer or something so that when I go to erase, it doesn't impact the line work, because that can be tough. You're right. Like if you have to go in and like erase all these little things, and then kind of usually your line gets kind of wiggly and it's not as smooth as you want it to be.
And that's the cool thing about Fresco. Traditionally, it'd be a pain trying to do all that stuff, cleaning it up and all that. But with Fresco, you can go back and do it over, and it's just so cool. It's like it was a whole new world for me. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's even my son. He's amazed. He's, Dad, can I draw on the computer? Sure. Right ahead.
Sam's asking. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
Oh, okay. Sam was just asking, how much do you do traditional work? Do you work with markers, paint, or anything like that? Or are you mostly 100% digital?
Traditional is my love, my first love. And I use pencils, paper, acrylics, oil paints, charcoal, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you stream that too as well, right?
I do. Saturday mornings. I do traditionally, and my son, he does digital.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I'm gonna duplicate that and put this guy. So our hearts look the same on both sides.
So Gareth Williams is saying he's loved the way to clean up vector lines in Fresco. Double click the touch modifier, then click again so the outer ring is blue and you can just brush away any overstrokes.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Uh-oh. I think I'm in the wrong thing.
I did not know that.
There it goes. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of that. I want to keep it.
Yeah.
So, I find that when I keep my finger on it, I can erase it away. And I forget I have this tool sometimes. Gareth, he's a fellow Ardalorian.
Yes. The crew is growing.
Yeah. I drew him as a Star Wars character. He's probably one of my favorites, too. It's like, Gareth looks great. So we got our heart arrowhead. That looks good. Sure, we'll keep that.
Yeah.
And get rid of that right there. There we go. And we need to fix this part.
There we go. Thanks, Zoom. You make drawing digitally so much easier.
It took practice because, like I said, Fresco frustrated me for a long time.
Yeah, how long have you been using it?
Like maybe 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Nice.
I started streaming actually 2 years ago, and just drawing random things to get my practice going. And somehow I just got stuck in Star Wars, and I can't stop drawing it. So
there's a lot of material.
Is it,
man?
A lot
of stuff to reference.
It's a whole lot of stuff. I mean, you can never run out of drawing things. Star Wars. Uh,
No, it's such a big universe, and there's so many different influences, and it's
oh yeah.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a nice shape right there.
Oh
Nice
yeah.
line.
As the guy I drew previously, he had a cobra head on the top of his. And I was like, it's a bitch. Let's keep it
Yes,
simple.
guy on the cobra head.
It's like he's symbolizing love. Let's not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, do I want to copy that shape at the bottom?
He's
Style
the
guides.
he's the antithesis of the love cupid.
Right?
Have a great day.
Right. With that rough accent, that Boston
Yeah.
accent, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Better to have loved than lost.
Awesome.
Let's see.
There we go. Yeah, that's cool. That dot. There we go.
Yeah, you might have to add the cobra back.
Yeah, I know,
there's
right?
there's some rumblings in chat.
Uh-oh. You guys making me work. Come on now. You still gotta color this guy.
We'll see. Cobra might take precedent over the colors.
Yeah. Yeah, the other guy had a cigar in his mouth and a funny hat, and I was like, let's
It's
not
too
do that.
much.
Yeah,
Too
I like the
much.
punk rock guy. So I was drawing them, and all I can think of is Dead Kennedys every time.
Oh yeah.
I was going for the Billy Idol look, but
A little Jello Biafra.
yeah.
I met actually had just kind of had dinner. I don't know. It's most like hung out at his house, but
Oh, sweet.
Winston Smith. I don't know if you know who that
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He and for anybody else who doesn't know, he created the Dead Kennedy logo. And is really famous for his collage work that he's done on a lot of different punk albums and rock albums. I think he did Green Day and some other.
Sweet.
But yeah, I used to work at a gallery, and one of the guys that would come and visit the gallery a lot was his roommate, which is or
Oh,
housemate, I guess, which is crazy. So ended up going to his house and hanging out with him and his wife, and like sweetest people on the planet. But
awesome.
just doing it, I don't even know how old he was when I met him, but just still had
That's
the art table, just like doing art every day. I was like, this is pretty awesome,
that is wow.
keeping it going.
Yeah. I think the only famous guy I know that could draw is Overton Lloyd.
Overton Lloyd, who's
He went to
that?
school with my mom. You remember this show called Win, Lose, or Draw?
Yes, I do.
He drew the caricatures at the beginning of the show.
Ah,
He also drew all the Funkadelic covers.
okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at his stuff now. Yes,
Yeah.
very, very, very cool work.
Yeah, he took me to my first drawing session in California when we visited. I think I was 13 at the time.
Oh, that's
Really cool
awesome.
stuff. Really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's make it more gooder.
Right.
That's
Some
more gooder.
details.
I was trying to stay away from detail, but sometimes I get consumed.
Sometimes you gotta do some details.
Yeah.
That's okay because it's the bow's in the forefront, so kind of want a little bit of details there to pop it out.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I believe in layers because layers are free.
It's true.
All right. First, we'll draw the belt, and then we'll decide how we're going to skull.
Perfect.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool. I'm just getting over a cold. My nose is itchy.
Hey, you've been pretty good so far. No
I know,
coughing or
right?
sneezing. Yeah, keep it going.
Robitussin's working.
Yeah, it's kicking in.
It's okay. Skull or bat? Skull. He's got
I
bat.
like the skull. Yeah.
Yeah. He's already got the bat wings, so
Ariel says he definitely looks like he would take a holiday in Cambodia.
nice.
Yes.
There's a little something, something there. We're not gonna go crazy with this guy, but we're gonna make sure we know it's a skull. Yeah. Let's turn that belt off a minute and see what we got. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So rough and rugged.
Yeah, simple. Yeah.
Who's teeth? There we go.
Perfect.
Put that belt on and get rid of the stuff in the background. Sometimes I use this tool for get real quick with it.
Yeah, just do a quick lasso.
Yeah, and boom.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
magic.
Yeah, when I because to do my colors on my Photoshop stuff, and you know, I still do it for a lot of things, but I used to kind of go in and color like I would traditionally, you know, like with like a marker, just like go in and fill everything with a brush.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, now a lot of times just to get the silhouettes faster and everything, I usually use the lasso and just fill in with the lasso. Kind of seems to be
Right.
faster these days.
Yeah. Especially when you're doing certain streams, you want to get it and go.
Yeah.
Like, hurry! You only got 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm using my shape tool to do these circles. Just because it's faster. Circles are my kryptonite.
Not easy.
No, sir. And I just dupe. I call it dupe. Duplicate. And I can either keep going with the circle thing, or I can just put these guys together and make them friends and dupe those two, which is probably even faster. And then adjust accordingly.
Yep. So we'll copy and paste.
Yeah, do 2 more of those guys. And 1 more.
Well, we are about midstream. Got probably about 50 minutes left. If you are just joining us, welcome. We are with Odari Yohanes, illustrator, designer, master of Star Wars things. And we are currently drawing a punk rock cupid for this lovely Valentine's Day. So thank you for joining us, and please drop any thoughts or questions in the chat. And also, if you have any guest recommendations, people that you want to see on Adobe Live, or yourself, if you're interested in going live with us, please click on the tab in the upper right of the chat on b.net/Adobe Live. You'll see guest recommendations, and go ahead and fill that out and let us know. Maybe you know about some artists that we don't know about yet, or somebody in the community. Please let us know, and either you can see them or yourself in the future.
Cool. Down for new artists.
Heck yeah. That's the best part for me, you know, with art, is that the community is so big. It's, you know, it's so inclusive. It's just all about creation, right? And just making something new every day, all day. And I don't think I've ever found another community that has felt so welcoming on a daily basis.
Yeah. Like, I'll randomly jump in people's streams. I don't know them from Adam. I'm in there. You know, it's like, wow, that looks great. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just talking up a storm.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, it's just because you get it, right? It's like
Yeah,
you understand that need or feeling to just to draw or just to make something or put some kind of art out there.
yep, yeah. I appreciate everybody's artwork. It's like, dude, from abstract to whatever, it's like I'm amazed every time.
Yeah, and this is Adobe Live's a great free platform that everybody can access and just watch and learn. So definitely nice having you on here. Glad to finally see some of this art in action.
Yay.
Let's see. Saya Luna says, I love the movement in your drawing. Pretty neat.
Muchas gracias.
Chris Hanley's also asking, I'm late to the party. What's the name of the vector brush you're using?
I'm using the taper brush.
The taper brush.
Yeah, one of my faves. It's either that or the round brush. That's my go-to.
And those are also included in the standard pack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, sometimes if I want a little flavor with it, I'll go ahead and use jitter brush sometimes. Jitter
Mm-hmm.
brush, I've done hair with the jitter brush. I'll show you guys what that looks like. And I'm doing it like a children's book too, and I draw insects with this brush. It's kind of got this bumpy feel to it, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I recently drew on Friday the 13th last month. I drew
Mm-hmm.
Jason and Bob Ross mashup, and I used the jitter brush for the hair. And it was awesome.
For Bob Ross.
Oh
The
yeah,
Bob Ross hair.
I
Yeah.
called him Jason Ross.
That chemical perm. You go.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes I take it there. Sometimes I even mix up the pixel brushes with vector. It depends
Oh yeah,
on
cool.
really what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
but yeah, man, you gotta experiment. You gotta. Oh, still on the jitter brush here.
It's gonna have a jitter brush leg.
There we go. All right. I kind of put like shorts on it because I didn't know what else to put on.
Yeah, I mean, little punk rock shorts. Maybe do some like frills, some little cut, hand cut jean shorts.
I didn't want to do the diaper thing. It's like, nah, it's too cool for that. No diaper.
I don't know. It could be pretty punk rock.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, no, I'm rocking a diaper today. Sorry, I don't care what you think. Adult diaper all day.
Whoa, I don't like that one. That's not a friendly line. There we go. Big socks. Right about there. It's funny. I never dressed up as a punk rock kid, but I was totally into it.
Yeah. The style. It's only part of the story, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of it's the attitude, and that's what I always liked about punk.
We didn't dress very well in the 80s either, so.
Well, the options were strange.
Yeah.
The 80s were a strange time.
Like I dug Mr. T. My mom was against the Mohawks.
Oh man, Mr. T. Mr. T was the best. He ended up passing away, right?
I think he's still around. I'm not
Is
sure.
he still around? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know he's
Mr.
doing
T.
a voiceover in cartoons. He's doing voices for cartoons. I know that.
Oh really?
Yeah. I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still around. 70.
Wow.
Holy moly.
He's like the coolest guy ever, dude.
Oh yeah. There's never any doubt of his authenticity as a person.
Right. I think a lot of the mean guys you see in movies and stuff, they're not really mean. They're like the most awesomest dudes ever.
Oh yeah. Well, it's It's like they say, the more you experience and kind of the bigger you are, the tougher you are. It's like it's easier to be gentle. It
Yeah.
really is in the end. It's
Yes. Easier to love than to hate.
yeah. All right. We're getting close with the lines here.
Yeah. I'm about ready to color.
Perfect.
I'm gonna turn off the sketch line in the background just to see what. Oh yeah, it's pretty clean.
Steve was asking, are the insects in the kids' book in space?
They are not in space.
They are earthbound.
It's a brief story about a dragonfly trying to find his way, and he asks all these different insects for help, and they're too busy to help him. So he finally gives up, and he's crying on a leaf or whatever. And long story short, it's another dragonfly. He says, "What's wrong?" I said, "Dude, I'm trying to find my people. So follow me. We're over here." So
Nice.
happy ending. I'm gonna cut that off.
Steve thinks if in shorts, this archer should also play accordion in a Celtic punk band.
I almost put a kilt on him. I swear, I almost did.
You're close. We
'Cause
could
I
probably
see it.
alter this thing into a kilt.
Right, you pretty much
Put a little
could.
flare out on the right side there.
It looks like a kilt already. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Because you got the front. What if we...
Yeah, just flare it out a little bit.
Yeah. Something like that. Sure. I might have to fix that right there, though. This part here, let's cut that off. That still looks like a pair of shorts. Kind of do that. Even better. You want to show off too much.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a family show.
Yeah, you know?
Don't get too risky there.
So I'm gonna start doing some coloring.
Yay, let's get it.
About that
let's
time.
get it.
Now I see an Irish accent, real strong Scottish accent in him now. He's got the kilt on.
He's got the kilt.
Green mohawk. Let's do the green right now. It's stuck in my head.
Let's do it. So now are you doing the color with vector as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Vector also. I'm gonna do a trick starting with the mohawk, show you guys what I like to do with color. I'm gonna use this guy. And larger, there we go. Yep, that's the green I'm looking for. Usually I just trace around and then I use the bucket.
Right.
Saves time. I can actually color it off. No problem. Now say I wanted to use like a shadow effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would duplicate the color or the layer. I don't know if this color would do it, but I would go to multiply and would go darker. So it got a little darker, not as dark as I wanted it to, but then I would go with the eraser and I'd start creating lines in it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it works sometimes. Sometimes you gotta get the right
you could
color.
always. Yeah, I was gonna say you could always darken the color, and that would. Yeah, multiply is a great way to do shadows.
There we go. Yeah.
And you can do all kinds of colors. I mean, if you wanted to have cool shadows, you can kind of do some dark blues. Do warm shadows. You could do some yellows and reds. But yeah, you would have to, if you want more contrast, you would just darken the value.
Yep. So I think the only reason he has a green mohawk is I had a roommate. This is weird. So what we'll do with the eyebrows, we'll make those a different color. Maybe a brown. Do a light brown. And I'll do that same multiply thing with his eyebrows. I'll get a better view of it. What we got here? Got some cleaning up to do, looks like.
There we go.
There we go. Uh-oh, that didn't work. There we go. My finger doesn't work today. There it is.
It looks like the brush isn't tapered. That's probably why it's flaring out. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Sometimes I leave some spaces in. I don't color it fully.
Uh-huh.
There's an artist that I know that does that. I thought it was cool. It's like, why didn't you fill it all in? Because I don't need to. Okay. I'm Batman. All right. Yeah, that's more gooder. There we go.
So do you print artwork at home? Do you do that? Like, do you sell prints or anything like that? Or is that,
most
have
of the
anywhere
stuff
that people could go?
most of the stuff I do at home is traditional. I do a
Mhm.
lot of portraits. A lot of
Okay.
portraits. I actually did something for my wife for Christmas. I drew Pinhead from the
Oh
scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
From Hellraiser, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
She begged me, and it took me like 2 months. And I'm really good at acrylics.
Okay.
So, but as far as digital work, nobody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the digital stuff is for me mostly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I might have some graphic stuff here and there. People ask me to do logos and things like that, but other than that, it's all traditional. We're gonna multiply this guy.
That's good. I wish I did more traditional these days. I feel like I've do so much digital, but
yeah, it's hard, but like it's usually in the summertime when I do that because you need the natural light to really paint, and when you're painting in the basement, things don't look the same after you're finished.
Yeah, you definitely have to get very specific types of lighting that aren't the most attractive things. But yeah, it can be really hard if you have any kind of low lighting or if it's warm temperatures or any kind of it's not just kind of doesn't imitate daylight, then yeah, your colors are going to be influenced by that.
So
you'd be doing a whole painting and then you take it outside to look at it. You're like, oh, it's very different than how I was seeing it for the last 10 hours.
Totally not what you want.
Yeah.
But you make it work sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I would paint and then I would take it outside just to get in the sunlight to see if I'm going the right way, So, here we go.
Some nice eyebrow detailing.
That's cool. Eye color. We can either go blue or red.
Hey, I mean, he's got bat wings.
Right.
Lean into it. Let's go red.
Yeah, red's the way to go.
Red for Valentine's.
There you go. What brush we have here? Let's go. Here we go. Now, my wife Morticia, as I call her, she's gonna love this. Let's go get a tattoo. No. No. Yeah, we are the Addams Family University.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Did you like the new animated ones?
Yeah, they're pretty decent. I like them.
They're pretty good. I mean, is comparing it to the original, comic strip, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. I mean, I grew up on that family. Well, the TV show, the live action. I didn't realize they started off as a comic.
Yeah. The named after the artist.
I think that's Wednesday was awesome. If you haven't seen it, it's
the new Netflix show.
Yeah, she was made to play that part.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I watched some of it. Good, funny concepts.
I think Thing stole the show though.
Yes. I always love just imagining a guy in a green suit just with his hand,
Yeah.
doing all the things he needs to do to become the Thing.
We're gonna do some skin color.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
And if you are just joining us, we are with Odari Yohanes, and we are working on a punk rock cupid for this lovely Valentine's Day. So thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions or comments, please join us on b.net/Adobelive or anywhere you're watching us from, YouTube channel, and go ahead and just ask a question and we'll try to answer it.
Start that. There we go. Big brush. He does have a shirt on. But I really feel comfortable drawing today because, like I said, I'm rushing all the time.
Yeah, no, it's nice to kind of just have some set time to get down on some coloring and some inking, and I'm glad but this is the whole point of this thing, is to write, it's like to enjoy your time here, enjoy your time streaming with us on Adobelive.
Right.
Don't want it to be stressful. We want everybody to have a good time and learn and see something new.
Oh yeah.
D78 says it's looking awesome.
D, thanks D.
Steve Casaboom also says awesome, and he was referencing earlier, there's a all-girl Celtic punk band in Paris called the Toxic Frogs.
What? I gotta look that up.
Maybe this is their new mascot.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at one. Something to play at work.
Yes. Yeah, no, do you like listening to music? Do you like kind of watching things while you work? What's your usual?
I'm usually watching things.
Yeah.
If it's sci-fi involved or cartoon something, I'm watching something like that. Because like I said, just that vibe alone, it inspires me to do other things with my art. Oops. Okay.
Right.
So, music, sometimes, depending on the band. So, I'm really hardcore with rock and roll and things like that, or like some like early '80s hip hop. That usually motivates.
Yeah. No, I mean it's hard. Music can be hard sometimes with lyrics and other. It's like
yeah.
It's like I don't want to get too pumped.
Right.
So I gotta draw some fine lines or something and be real steady. But yeah, occasionally I'll be doing music, but I agree. I do a lot of kind of like background shows.
Yeah.
Been
Like
going through the Studio Ghibli library on
all right.
HBO Max.
Yeah. A lot of DC stuff on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they got a lot of new cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, I dig their cartoons. The DC Universe cartoons are great.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen some of it. I mean, the animation's top notch. It
Yeah.
seems like the writing's pretty good.
Yeah, everything Batman is awesome.
Yeah. But they have that like that Harley Quinn show, right?
That's
that one of
good.
them.
It's not for kids.
Yes. It's not for warning.
So if your kids are going to watch that show and you haven't seen it, you better check it out.
Yeah, you should watch it first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the crazy thing, right? Nowadays, just how many options there are for just animators and creators and writers and designers.
Right.
So many different shows to work on, from preschool shows to adult shows to everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
All the new, even the new like Ninja Turtle shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Star Trek Lower Decks. That's animated.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
It's a great show. I never thought I would go to Star Trek for comedy. You know what I mean? Sounds so serious all the time, but
yeah, I
think it's a fine addition.
Yeah, Star Trek's actually a really good one to play in the background.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not too crazy, it's mostly dialogue. There's almost like a calming effect. Just I would watch. I love Next Generation, so I'd be watching that. I don't even know how many seasons it was. Remember, I was just on a tear. I was just going through every single episode.
Yeah, the new Picard show's coming as well.
Yeah, I've only seen a little bit of it. Is it pretty good?
Well, season 3, it starts a couple of weeks, I think, and they're bringing back the entire cast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Worf looks good. He looks real good at his old age.
Nice. They're well, we're just gonna cover up some of this with some prosthetics.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty much the cast. They look all right. They look pretty good.
It's impressive. All right, we're doing some legs.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do individual hairs on these legs?
You know what? That is an idea.
Just checking.
Or he's a shaver. I don't know.
Yeah. Smooth as a baby. I mean, he is a punk rock cupid.
He's a punk rock kid.
It's probably part of his job. He's gotta stay baby soft.
Right? I'm thinking pink shirt. I don't know why. Pink is his color. Pink and green.
You know what? Sometimes you got to see it too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to see it to see if it works. You kind of just got to put it out there.
There we go. So this shirt. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uriel's saying you could use a pattern fill for the hair on the legs. But then we're with the fun bee doing every individual strand.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's a brush that could do hairy legs.
Oh, I'm sure you can make it.
I bet yeah.
Yeah, you can always make a leg hair brush. It's out there. Someone has already done this.
Right.
There's probably multiple packs just for leg hair.
Mr. Webster probably made some already.
Yeah, join my Patreon. We're gonna go over how to make leg hair brushes.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna multiply that shirt. Here we go. Yeah, that did something.
Anthony Jackson says punk rock cupid, never seen one of those before.
Yeah,
I agree. It's a nice little original piece we get to see.
Anthony Jackson. Nice work, Anthony. Like your work.
Yeah, Uriel says Kyle Webster probably already made some leg hair brushes
Right.
probably out there. Adobe's like, hey Kyle, we've noticed a lack of leg hair brushes. If you could just get working on that, please.
There we go. Little line here, line there. That works. Perfect. No, I didn't do his
And
skin.
Odari, just so you know, we've probably got about 15 minutes until we got
Oh,
to start wrapping up. So
okay.
just a quick.
Well, that's telling me what his outfit's going to be.
Here we go. Just the blitz to the end.
Yeah. So we'll do the wings. You know what? We'll do the wings. He
Yeah,
may
let's do
have
the
to have a
wings.
light colored just because of time.
Yeah. Well, and as always with all these streams, please don't feel like you've got to rush to finish this. If you want to
Yeah.
finish this on your own afterwards and post it on your Behance, your Instagram, wherever,
Right.
yeah, definitely do that. We'd love, see you take it to whatever potential it has after this.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, my streams, I'm always like, well, we're not finishing this today, guys. Tune in
Yeah,
tomorrow.
exactly.
No, but we had fun.
Sam's asking, is there a favorite part of the process between sketching, inking, and coloring or shading? Is there any part that you kind of enjoy the most?
I like sketching
Okay.
because you're pretty much exploring your where you're going with your character. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I love the sketch process.
And it seems like you kind of have it's like you have an idea, but you don't know until you're kind of building it out, right? Like there's kind of leave some of the mystery to when you're actually doing the sketch.
Yeah, and then because in the sketch, I find lines when I'm inking it. I find lines that I didn't see before.
Right.
All in the sketch. So that's the sketch is like the foundation of the whole piece.
Yeah.
There we go. Do the other boot.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like I can see something in my head, but until I get it out on the canvas, it's I don't exactly know what it's going to look like yet.
Right. So I had to sketch this guy a couple of times just to know what I'm doing. Because sometimes just doing the pose is time. It's like I'm never done. Oh
yeah.
So I like the white. A lighter gray.
Did you have reference for this pose? Was it something you just kind of did out of your head, or?
Yeah, I did references. I just sketched the guy on what pose I wanted him to be in.
Okay.
Like I'm looking at both of them right now. One's like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just like, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a quick. Oop, that's not what. Some where are we going? To the taper. Since I'm not gonna color his outfit, I'm gonna leave like line work in it.
Yeah, just some details, some wrinkles.
That's kind of not David Bowie. I'm thinking Billy Idol. He's one of my faves too.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. I saw a picture of him and his grandkids. Oh my goodness.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I can dig that. That's pretty cool. How much time do we have?
There's 11:45 here, and we will be wrapping up probably around 11:55. So in about 11 minutes.
11 minutes. Cool. I got time to do a little bit.
Yeah, we can maybe squeeze in a few more minutes after that, but I feel like the wrap up will probably be pretty quick. So.
All right. do some red, necessary red. Right.
So yeah, what, it's about 2:45 for you in Detroit.
Yeah.
So we'll be ending for you. We'll be done at 3. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
We end usually a few minutes just before 3. So
yeah, that's what I've noticed when I watch the streams. I'm like, you still got time. What are you doing?
yeah, yeah, you need a little bit of that buffer time, right?
Great. yeah, we're about done with this guy. I'll make some improvements on him later.
So yeah, please, if anyone has any questions, now is the time. We're in about the last 10 minutes or so of this stream with Odari Yohanes, working on our punk rock Cupid for Valentine's Day. And also, if you have any guest recommendations for future Adobe Lives, just look at the chat on behance.net/Adobelive. It's up in the top right corner. It says guest recommendations. Go ahead and click on that tab and let us know who you'd like to see. Maybe it's yourself or somebody you know or an artist that you follow.
Cool. I'm digging it. One more thing. That tattoo.
Get that tattoo.
I gotta do the
tattoo.
And I'm gonna do it a little darker red. Just because he's Cupid. Probably the easiest tattoo I've ever done.
Did you say you do tattoos? Is that what you're saying?
I used to. I kind of calmed down after I got married. I was like, yeah, no more tattoos. Because it was just this. It takes away time from the family. Like that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a hard job. It takes a lot of time. It's pretty hard on your body.
Oh yeah,
it's not easy.
I like this guy. I'm gonna sign it right quick.
Jump ahead.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
We'll do it in red. How about that? Sign it in red.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Ooh. Nothing there. There we go. 2023? Yeah, it's 23.
It's 2023. It's hard to believe.
Right?
The 80s, the 80s seem very far ago. long time ago these days. I know. I think I was talking to my 6-year-old son. And I was like, oh yeah, I think we were talking about the 70s. I was like, that's almost 50 years ago. And he was like, were you alive? I'm like, how old do you think I am? I was like, well, I'm almost 39. He's just like, so were you alive? Are you 50 years old? I'm like, no, I got time. It's going to be a while. Come on.
Oh yeah. I remember the 70s. Kind of. I don't remember the first half, but
yeah, second half. I was there.
Put a little color on the bones real quick.
Yeah, Sam says the 80s are still 20 years ago in my head. That's kind of how it feels. I know, watching the Super Bowl, I was like, oh man, starting to really lean in on all the 80s, 90s nostalgia.
Oh.
It's like, I'm finally connecting with all of these. Finally the demographic.
Right? The 80s had the best movies, everything. Like Ferris Bueller. My son actually likes that. He's 12.
Yeah. Oh, DTM's chiming in. We are young.
Dan the man.
He's here. He's shown up.
I think I got this guy down pat. Let's put some color in the background. I'm gonna call him this guy. The things that I like to do. Background. We'll use that brush. and maybe that color, the teal. I got to be careful because I didn't color his outfit, so it's just blank. So when I do
Yeah,
this little,
exactly.
yeah, I do a little
Mhm.
design in the back. I don't want it to be in his clothes, so I just do like little lines and zigzags and things like that. Do that more gooder.
Feel like he's flying in. Yeah, there you go.
Works perfect. Cool.
Little action lines.
Right? That's
Well,
perfect.
you've got about 5 minutes, a little bit more. If you want to go in and color the shirt, you're totally welcome to.
Ooh, that's
Or
tempting.
the belt.
The belt,
You
at
could do
least. Yeah, we
you
got to
could
do
do
the
the
belt.
belt and the arm strap, the little leather band. And then
Right.
finish with it.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Ah, okay.
You could do it. We believe in you.
And I own several of these wristbands. So it's got to be black one, but maybe these. Oop, let's try another brush. That's more gooder. Uh-oh, that's cool. We'll clean that up later. Clean that up later. Actually, I think DTM is after me. Weird. Universe.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you
Very.
know what? You're right. Daniel Flores
Wow. Yeah, that's
coming up next. The Artilorian crew taking over.
right? Oh wow. I'm gonna color the whole thing. Those circles are my kryptonite.
Yeah, just do it. Just
Yeah.
get in there.
Yeah, he's rocking. I love it. What? There's your first punk rock cupid.
Awesome. We got a few more minutes. You want to do some more details? Maybe some of those earrings
Uh-oh.
and
It's
keep
going
going.
down.
Just keep going. Yeah, let's just do it. You got
Right.
to a good place, so now you can just do fun details.
Okay. We'll do some more of that bow. Sure. And actually, you take that, you duplicate it, and multiply. There we go. Get my eraser.
Nice.
Cool. Yep, I'm happy with that. Maybe next time I'll put the Cobra head back on.
DTM says add some hearts. Get some
Add
hearts in
some
there, man.
hearts.
It's Valentine's Day. Get in some hearts. We got one heart. It's the arrow.
Got a heart right there.
We need some more hearts. Quick.
I got an idea. We'll put a
We got a
heart
couple
tattoo
minutes.
on his face.
Ooh, there we go. Facial tattoos.
Yeah.
A little teardrop, maybe some hearts, maybe a cobweb.
I'm gonna put it right there by his eye. Got the right brush. We do now. Look at that.
Look at that beauty.
Whoa. Ooh, I like that.
I kind of like, yeah, I was gonna say that was a happy accident right there.
Wow. Yeah, that's really cool. We got time?
We got a few more minutes.
All right. I'm gonna put an arrow through that.
Keep going, keep going.
Uh-oh.
Yep, Sam has posted Odari's Behance channel, also his Instagram. And the cool thing is on Behance, anybody can live stream, which is really cool. So even after this, even if you don't want to stick around for Adobe Live, there's all these live streams you can check out by other people that are on Behance. So please check out the rest of the live streaming community on here as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to do. I've done it a few times on here. I do enjoy it. I use that OBS.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Good old
A lot
OBS.
of customization and fun things you can do with that with your stream. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. Get in
Earring
there.
details. There we go.
Let's go. A lot of cleaning up I gotta do, but we'll do that off stream. To make this guy shine.
Give you another minute or two and then we can wrap it up.
Alrighty. Down here and get a good look at this guy. I like the swooshes behind him.
It's nice. It adds a little action to it, a little movement.
Oh yeah. Double check, see what we got. Eyebrows.
Feel done? Does it feel good? Anything else?
I think he's fine. I'm cool.
All
After I
right.
put that tattoo on his face,
That was the one.
It's
That was
perfect.
that was the final touch.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's just kind of, can you just take us back real quick, the process of how we got here, and
oh yeah,
we'll wrap up.
See if we can turn these guys off real quick. Show you the sketch. Ooh, that's a lot of layers.
Oh,
yeah, I missed the guy. There we go. And
look at that. Right back to the line work.
So that's the outline, but we got the sketch. Ooh, look at that.
Okay. All right. Well, we gotta wrap it up. Odari, you can show all this stuff. Yep. You'll be posting and streaming later on. Everybody, thank you for joining us with Odari Yohanes. We're doing the punk rock Cupid today. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Please stick around for Daniel Flores, aka Del Tango Mike, for a new episode of Sketch to Vector. Learn how to take a sketch to vector with minimal lines and lots of shapes with this week's topic. Love is jazzy. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thank you, Odari. Thanks, chat. Bye, guys.